Hi friends, welcome to another video. I'm so excited because today I am finally getting started on my backyard to prepare it for the upcoming summer season. And here's a shot of what I am working with. I just love when the weather is nice outside. I really want to do my backyard for the spring and remove the covers from my furniture and put out my furniture cushions. But usually spring doesn't do so well. So what I usually do in the springtime is take the time to prepare my backyard for the summer season. Now look at this sky, isn't it gorgeous? It was really a very nice day outside. It was a little bit cold, but doing yard work outside keeps me kind of warm. So the first thing I like to do after the winter season is remove all the dead plants. I prune the plants that need some pruning, and I deadhead some flowers like my hydrangea. Now you're not gonna see me do the hydrangeas on camera because I did that a few weeks ago already. So here you see all the pots that I have now. I'm not sure if I'm going to be reusing all these pots this coming season, but I did buy some new pots for this season because I want to transition from these grayish pot that you see here on the table to more white pots. I did pick up a few new white pots last season, so I am excited to bring those out. Now I'm gonna let you enjoy how I do a little bit of cleaning. I usually toss out all the annuals from the previous season because they usually last just one season. But when I went to remove these geraniums, I really had a hard time. And as you can see here, the roots were still intact and quite deep. Usually that's not the case. So I thought, you know what, because it's early in the season, let me leave the other planter and see if they might come back. Now, they didn't, but I had previous years that they did come back. So that is why I never toss them out, or well, I try not to toss them out at the end of the summer season. I just wait until the next spring to see if they can come back because, like I said, sometimes they do. Now, leave me a comment below. Are you a beginner's gardener or a experienced gardener? I am definitely a beginner's gardener. I've been doing this for some time now, but I do have to say that I sometimes lose my focus and I really want to get more into gardening, and I've been loving it, and some plants do better than others with me, but unfortunately that's not the case with me because I am still learning. Do you have any tips or tricks that I can learn from, because I really want to try and be better at it? You might have noticed that I have a lot of planters, and the reason for that is when summer comes, I want to see my backyard in full bloom with annuals. Now, I do not plant annuals directly into the ground, I always plant them in pots, and that is the reason why I have so many, because I want to have color everywhere in my backyard. I do keep some perennials in pots like this rhododendron that you see here, but I just think it's easier to have perennials like fixed in the ground instead of pots, and sometimes they do better in pots and sometimes they don't, mostly because I do not have enough space in the ground to put all the perennials that I occasionally pick up. Last year I picked up two of these big white planters and I am so in love with these. Now what I did last year is I mixed perennials with annuals, and now I'm taking out the annuals and the perennial is staying, which is actually a Pinkis or a Dianthus. And you guys, I didn't know if it was gonna do well, and you are going to see in one of my next videos how pretty this plant has become now. And I'm really happy that I kept it, because in the past I would just toss it out thinking that it's not gonna do anything. One of the things I learned starting out gardening is that you have to be patient with plants. Sometimes they look dead, but they definitely are not, because after the winter season it does take some time for them to show some signs of life. So just be patient and not toss everything out. I wanted to interrupt this topic for a bit just to talk about something else, like this metal planter that I have here. I do not use metal planters anymore for exactly this reason. The moist and the soil eats it up. Not all my metal planters were like this, because some of them I did put a plastic bag in before I put in the soil. But next to this, I also do not like the rust stains that they leave on my pavers. So I decided this year to toss out every metal planter that I had. Now back to my other topic. Leave me a comment below. Do you mix annuals and perennials together in one pot, or do you want to keep them separate? And just let me know your thoughts. Why do you do what you do? Because, well, I just go with it. I don't have a special reason why I do something. I just do what I like and I try and see if it works. So I wanted to share with you this moist meter. As you can see here, it says moist. Now I pulled it out of the soil and it says it's dry, so I thought this would come in handy to give me an indication of how moist the soil is underneath, because as you can see it looks really dry, but apparently not so much down under. So I'm going to be using this around my backyard, just putting it some places to check out the moist. Let me share that. Like maybe this rose here. What does it say? Here it says that it's not, it is moist but not wet, while the soil just now was wet. And let's try maybe here, this big plant here, and this one is just about wet, still moist. So yeah, I think that this is like really handy. And here you see that it's less moist, so how fun is that, you guys? so everything is quite moist. I came across these lily bulbs and I decided to pick them up, and I also saw these dahlia bulbs. Now I had both of them already in my backyard and they were doing quite well, so I decided why not plant a few more and see how they do, because my lilies, you guys, even though they are a lot of work to maintain and to make sure that they get to full bloom because of those pesky lily buds, I did wanted to have some more in my backyard. So here I have this plant. Now this is a good example of not paying attention to my plants too much. I had to prune this plant on a regular basis, and I did not do that, and it eventually died or partially died because there are some parts that are still going strong. So I'm going to clean it up a bit and prune and just deadheading some of it, and hope that it will become a nice and full plant again. But for now I'm going to make some space so I can plant my lily bulbs and my dahlia bulbs. So what I do wanted to show you is this Crocosmia. What is this? I cannot pronounce these plant names, but I think this was the Lucifer, and I planted this I think 2 years ago, and every year, as you can see, it does start to come out, but it doesn't do anything after that. So I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to leave it here anyways. So that's why I'm leaving this thing here, so that I know that I planted it there. But yeah, I'm gonna be making some space here so that I can plant my lily and my dahlia bulbs. And this used to be so pretty, you guys, but that's a beginner's gardener, I think. I didn't pay too much attention to it, pruning it the right time. So yeah, I'm gonna clean out the space here a bit and then plant my lily and dahlia bulbs. So even though the soil is quite wet, I'm still going to be giving them a little bit of water to make sure that they have enough. So now let's hope that these babies will come out nice, you guys. So you guys remember this outdoor deck box that I got 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? I think, yeah. And look at how weathered it's getting. And I was thinking, I want this to stay this nice and not get dirty. It is all green here, as you can see. So when the weather gets better, I'm going to clean it up. And I think I saw on Amazon, I saw a cover for this, so I'm gonna purchase that so that I can cover it in the winter, so that it stays nice and clean, because you know how I like my stuff. I like everything nice and clean. Now this tarp here it really has seen better days, so I'm going to be tossing this out this season. And I do have some new outdoor furniture covers that I got last year from Lidl, so those I'm going to be using for this coming fall, but this tarp has gotta go. I am done with all the yard work I wanted to have done today, so I'm gonna be cleaning up and I'm gonna be wrapping up the video here. So I hope that you have enjoyed this backyard cleaning video, and in my next videos, of course, I'm gonna share with you how I'm going to turn this place into a summer oasis, because you guys, I cannot wait for summer to get here and to finally enjoy this space. So for now, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next one really soon. Until then, always remember to live, laugh and love. Bye.